Hey, just wanted to do a walkthrough on this job in Osterville. So this was week 2 in here. So we finished up all of the door and window casing through the house. The ceilings are gonna be 1x8 nickel gap. So this builder has us put up solid 1/2 inch sheathing. So we did all of the sheathing in here, ready to start that probably next week. Through this section, there's the pantry. So in the pantry, there's gonna be cabinetry up to the bottom of the window, and that window sill is gonna go back. So we left the casing loose. We'll put the cabinetry in, let them install the countertops. We'll pop that off so they can get those countertops in, and then fit the casing after. So there's this one. This is going to be the same over here. There's a laundry room. So same thing. Those are set up at 36 3/4 to the bottom of the casing, which with the 3/4 inch floors, our countertops will sit right underneath that casing. So that should look really nice. So there's a built-in bench going here. I gotta lay that out and figure that out next week. So again, these ceilings we can start working on. We're gonna start these sheets in here. So we got one layer up of the 1/4 inch plywood. We need another layer of that just to make that nice curve. In this room, we're also gonna do this high paneling. So we laid this out. This is all just tacked. So now the customer walked through the house over the weekend and we messed around with the panels just so this is all just tacked just so they can get a sense of what this is gonna look like. So we had a couple of different molding options inside the panels that we got rid of. So we're just gonna do something simple inside those panels. And then this is gonna be a 1x8 nickel gap ceiling. No, sorry, 1x6. And we're gonna do these curved walnut beams that are gonna be coffered, like a curved beam where the bottom is gonna be 1x6, I believe, and then the sides 1x6. So that's gonna go along there. So half beams on the ends and then 2 beams in the middle. So that should look good. So we got all the pocket doors finished up. We're underway on all of the crown molding. That's done. It's done in here. So we leveled all of the crown. So all these cased openings are all in line. So the crown also is leveled. That way, if there's wallpaper going in here, which I believe there is, if it's a horizontal pattern on the wallpaper, that pattern will continue and it won't get broken up. Because this being a remodel, the whole house is not really that level. So here we just have a couple of windows that we finished up. We did mock up this section for the homeowners to see. So this is gonna be just this simple paneling. So we just ran the baseboard with the base cap, and there's just gonna be a chair rail with a 1x4 under, nothing else, just basic. And they might add something under there after, but right now that's it. And then there's wallpaper going above. So these guys, next week, they're gonna be running that crown, and we'll finish this room up. Through here, let's see. So this is the master, this is all done. We did this section first just so the homeowners could see what a finished room would be like. And now We're gonna continue crown molding through here. So the closets don't go to the ceiling. So we're just gonna run crown in these rooms, the closets. Also, they didn't love doors, so all of these, there's a lot of cased openings in here. So the closets are gonna be nice and neat. So they didn't want the doors swinging into each other, and they don't love pocket doors. So that's why there's the cased openings. So here we're gonna lay out the laundry cabinets next week and get started on those. Those are actually gonna be up to the bottom of this window. So just like the windows in the pantry and in the other laundry room, our countertop is gonna die right under here. And same here on this side. So those sills are loose. Those will not be installed. Our countertop is gonna go right back into the window. Also, this builder does a good job. The crown is gonna continue around this room. So he put that header in. That way we can continue the crown around this ceiling, which is always a nice way to do it. And there's also going to be crown up in that tray section. So again, these are done. We just need crown molding. Go up to the second floor. So we changed the stair treads, so those hopefully will be here next week, and we'll get those started. I'll do a video on how we do the stairs. It's a little different than other people. So here we have a good amount of crown molding up. This is a large crown. It's like 6 3/4-ish. And again, we're trying to roll everything so that crown is all level. Here's a bedroom. This is all finished up. With these larger crowns, I'm always nervous that it will move over time. So what we do is we go through and screw off with trim screws to make sure that that stays tight. There's a bathroom, so just a couple of pieces of crown. There's a bench seat going, like some type of a day bed or something going in there. We gotta lay that out next week and see how that will come together. I also think that we're gonna be doing built-in bookcases here with a piece of art in the middle. So again, we're gonna go through and lay out all these built-ins next week. So here we're gonna do paneling. So again, the customers, the homeowners came through over the weekend. We're gonna do this. So this is just a basic 1.5 inch, 5/4 nosing, 1x4. This is milled down to 5/8. So we have an 1/8 inch reveal here. We have our reveal on those pieces and our reveal on the baseboard, and there's no panel molding or anything going around in those. That's gonna be finished. So we're gonna continue that pattern through the rest of the space here. This room is done. I always feel like these windows are difficult to make work with the trim, so this is how we did it. So it's just mitered casing, an outside miter there, inside here with the mull strips that just butt into this. So we tried to add a sill under this, it didn't work. So this is what we came up with, our best solution. And I think it looks good. So the guys are in here right now finishing up. They just have the 2 walls to finish crown. They finished crown through here. So that crown was left back about 1/2 inch on the drywall, so the tile guys can finish that, and that'll be a nice clean transition there. You can see there. So it's just left back a little bit. So again, all of the windows and doors are done. I believe all of the baseboard is done, other than, there's sections like this that are left loose just so we can tie in the stairs. I think we're going to be adding a built-in right here. Again, we're going to be doing that this week. So more cased openings into the closets, so that's going to get a nice closet system. Bathrooms. Now I have a couple of carpenters on this ceiling. So again, we skinned with 1/2-inch CDX. And now the guys are running, this is 1x6 nickel gap that we're running. All of the corners are getting mitered. And what we did was we got different size boards. So those miters aren't always perfect in the framing. So what we did was we got different size boards so we could make sure that all of those lines continue all the way through the whole ceiling. And what they're doing is they're running this section this way, and then over here, we're gonna change the direction of the boards and work from the top down. So it'll be easier to fit those boards in. But this went pretty well going this way for the rest of it. But you can see they did a full-size mock-up here. So we laid out our center point for the ceiling. The center of that vent is centered on this flat section of ceiling. And then those boards, so we have here, that equals one full board. So I don't always love when you have a full board on the end and then a full board coming up the rake here. So that makes it look really heavy on that inside corner. So I like doing this when the layout allows for it. And then there's gonna be a crown molding detail that wraps around the bottom. So you won't actually see this bottom seam, but we're still gonna fill that board in after. So hopefully these guys this week can finish up the ceiling section. So there's 2 carpenters in here. Then the last section of the house is the gym. So another mock-up. So originally the homeowner wanted to add nickel gap all the way up to the ceiling in this room. But if you look, there's a lot of different ceiling lines. And I don't always love doing rooms like this with shiplap unless you do those ceilings as well. So I like doing it when everything is wood, but they didn't want to do that. So we're just gonna do the chair rail at the transition between the wall and the ceiling. So that will continue around. This is in line over here. So that's gonna be the same. We're gonna be below that. So it's a nice, smooth line that'll go all the way around this room. And in here, so we have some cabinetry going on this side. I think we're gonna end up doing some shelves like built-ins on this wall here with a TV in the middle. And then just the last bathroom back here. So that's it. But again, so this was week 2 that we were in this house. We finished all of the door openings, so all the doors, I think there was 45 doors, all of the pocket doors, all of the cased openings are done. The majority of these little accesses are done through the house. There's a couple that are missing just because it's gonna be cabinetry. So next week, we're gonna be finishing up. I think that we have the nosing coming in so we can finish the stairs here, tie in all the spaceboard. We're gonna be doing paneling through here, finishing up the built-ins. finishing up the crown. Sorry, not finishing built-ins. We're starting the built-ins, but we're going to be finishing all the crown hopefully next week. So that'll be good. So that's my tour of this house and the progress for week 2. Thank you.